Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami. Yasmanno udvijate lokaha. Lokat na udvijate chayaha. From whom loka, the world is not disturbed. The world has no fear of whom. And who is not disturbed by the world. From the world there is no disturbance for whom. And that person is a wise man. Adveshta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna evacha iti 12th chapter Gita. Don't look at me like this. And therefore, so this is it's an important thing, therefore I am telling. This samharaha, srishti, sthiti, and the Lord Krishna uses the word samharate. Means what? Withdraws. So too, a wise man is able to withdraw himself and at his will. And at his will also projects and withdraws and projects. This capacity makes him wise. If that capacity is not there, that person is otherwise. Okay? So this is the wise and otherwise. So here we understand from that the srishti, sthiti, samhara, all the three. Samhara is withdrawal, means the pot goes back to clay without travel. Without travel. Pot comes from clay without travel. That is the beauty to understand. That means the effect is the cause. Therefore, the effect is not separate from the cause, and the cause is Ishvara. Understand? The cause is the conscious being. One conscious being who is all knowledge. And therefore, whatever that is necessary for this jagat, that Ishvara has. And therefore, the jagat is a srishti because he is the nimitta karana. He is the nimitta karana, means he is the knowledge being, the power that is necessary, that is also in the same being. And therefore, so the knowledge and shakti is there in whom, and therefore it is a srishti, visualized and created. Therefore it is a srishti, creation. But he is the upadana karana. In fact, she. Upadana karana means whatever that is necessary for the jagat creation. That material, whatever, that ex-material, is not away from Ishvara. And therefore, he is she. Understand? He is she. She is he. Jagatah Pitaro Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Kam mein aayega later this understanding. Jagatah Pitaro Vande. Now I salute my father and mother, who is the father and mother of all parents, the parents of parents. Jagatah Pitaro Vande. Pitaro Vande, Jagatah Pitaro Vande. Pitaro means your father and mother. I salute my father and mother. I salute the father and mother of the entire jagat. That means, so being Ishvara, being the very material cause, the effect, space, time, the galaxies, our solar system, and laws, forces, means, ends, and all these complex bodies, organisms, unicellular, multicellular organisms, and the various organs in a given body and their functions, everything is a manifestation of Ishvara. It is the knowledge of Ishvara is manifest in the form of Jagat. Therefore, there are two words in the Upanishad. So, the Upanishad words is asrijata abhavat. Asrijata created, abhavat became. He became the world. Asrijata created the world. So simple abhavat means it is pantheism. There was a God who became the world. God is God. Only world is there. No, created and abhavat. He created and he became. So he is the creator, and the world that is created is not separate from him. And the nature of that creation, created object being what it is, not separate from the cause. Like the pot is not separate from the cause. Pot is the cause. Therefore, Jagat is Ishvara. This much we require now. And therefore, so this Jagat is Ishvara means Jagat includes, so the entire our solar system and all organisms here on this planet, which each organism has got sthula sukshma sharira. The sthula sharira is what we see, the physical body, the anatomy. And the sukshma sharira is what we study in physiology, in biology. What do we study? And that is the sukshma, makes it alive. We call it prana. And the prana includes also mind, rudimentary, evolved, more evolved. In chimpanzee, much more evolved. Because if he is angry, he spits at you. And therefore, he is more evolved. And therefore, understand, so he is much more evolved and highly evolved. He is what? Human being. He can do everything. He is the one. He can pounce, he can bite, he can kick, he can do all these things. Donkey only can kick. And some animals can only bite. Some animals can sting. Some animal can what is that? This can spit, I said. And some animal can make shout and threaten you. Like dog barks and threaten you. You can do everything. You can bark, you can sting, you can kick, you can use your hands, and you can bite. You can curse mentally also. Mentally also you can do. All that you can do all kinds of things. Why? You are the most evolved person. Because you have seen all and you are retaining every bit of it. You have seen this all. Everyone has seen every animal form, having gone through that. Therefore, we have learned a little bit from everybody and from every form, and then retained it and use every one of them, because we are the real users. Our talents don't go wasted. They don't go waste. We make sure all the talents that we have got, all skills that we have gathered over what? Millions and millions of years, all those skills, they're all innate skills. We see, they manifest, we make use of them. The beauty is, it's all Ishvara. It's all Ishvara's manifestation. And Ishvara manifests all the way. Therefore, while animals are programmed, they manifest, each one of them manifests only in the way it is programmed. We are released from total programming. Some programming is there. So, from total programming is not there. Because our consciousness, the consciousness is uninhibited. Therefore, I am self-conscious, I am self-judging, and this uninhibited consciousness empowers me as a person who is free to make choices, free to desire, free to do, free to know. And because I am free to know, I am free enough to commit mistakes also. I am free enough to commit mistakes, therefore my freedom is not lost. When it is available for correcting those mistakes. You are free enough to commit mistakes means you are free enough to correct those mistakes. That is what we are doing here. And therefore, Vedanta is to correct those mistakes. So if this is understood, if Ishvara is the question, where does Ishvara exist? It doesn't arise, I told you yesterday. Once we understand what is Ishvara, we can't ask a question, where is Ishvara? You can only ask a question, what is Ishvara? And keep asking what is Ishvara. We will ask where, once we have decided Ishvara has a location. Where is location? Therefore, What is Ishvara is the beauty. It's a correct question. And you understand it is beautiful. And therefore, this Ishvaraha, this Samashtiyatmakaha, this Namarupa, all these various forms, non-separate from Ishvara. Ishvara's knowledge is manifest. Like in dream, your knowledge is manifest. It is your own consciousness enclosed in various one consciousness alone, in various bodies that you imagine there in dream. Each one of them is looking at the world in the same consciousness in which the whole world exists. That is your consciousness. Similarly, in the one consciousness of Ishvara alone, all these beings all exist. We are not talking about that consciousness here right now. We are talking about the individual conscious beings as you see in the dream. So this individual conscious being with reference to one body, mind, sense complex, karya karana sanghataha. One body, mind, sense complex, the karya means the physical body. Karana means mind, senses. And therefore my translation, this is how it is, body, sanghataha, complex. Karya karana sanghataha, body, mind, sense complex. That's why that translation, and that is the correct one. Any other thing, which I have. It's put together properly. Body, mind, sense complex. It's a complex. Because that complex makes it what it is. It tells a certain reality. Complex means then you, if you begin to inquire what it is, you find it is, there is no real body. It is complex. Body means all put together, we call it body, correct? There is a complex. Karya karana sanghataha. We have to call it complex. Like a car is a complex of parts. Any one part is not car. Door is not car, seat is not car, engine is not car, oil is not car, petrol is not car, water is not car, air is not car, rubber is not car. What is car? Bekar. There is no car. Where is car? Complex. That's what I want you to understand. Every translation that I make is perfect. Perfect in the sense it covers to that Sanskrit word. We have to cover it. Karya karana sanghataha. Complex. Karya is physical body, final product. It's called karya, physical body. Therefore, body. Karana implies bhakya karanam, antak karanam. Therefore, two karanas. So, body, mind, sense complex. Bas, kam ho gaya. And that is good enough. In fact, the organ of action also is included. The body includes that. So it's, translation. This body, mind, sense complex, your body, mind, sense complex, everybody's body, mind, sense complex is pervaded by Ishvara. And with reference to one, and he is a conscious being. And that conscious being is aware of what that being is. It's in the form of consciousness, is all knowledge, it's all pervasive. The entire jagat, all the karya karana sangatas are involved, and therefore, so this Ishvara doesn't have a confusion. But now you, as a conscious being with reference to one body, mind, sense complex, may be the same consciousness that is the consciousness of Ishvara, maybe, or that is what it is I am going to talk about, that perhaps same consciousness of Ishvara, now with reference to one body, mind, sense complex, is a conscious being. What conscious being? Individual conscious being. Related to whom? Related to parent, son, related to son, father, mother, related to parent, son, daughter, but related to Ishvara, the Lord. I am what? Individual conscious being. Can we give you a word for this fellow? A word related to Ishvara, this individual conscious being. What word we can give? Related to Ishvara, we will say, what word? In Sanskrit I can give a word. As a Bhakta. Shraddhavan, not only Shraddhavan, Bhakta. Recognizes Ishvara. Related to Ishvara. So related to Ishvara, so we can give a name, Rudi, meaning Bhakta. So let us translate that in English so that some people can be happy. A devotee. Now you understand who is a devotee. Devotee means they have their own concepts. I am saying basically when you are an objective person, when you are objective, taking into account all that is here, no imagination, nothing. All bhaktas are imagined bhaktas. Mean themselves are imagined bhaktas because the altar is imagined. Some god somewhere. These are all bhaktas. And bhakti se mukti milega. Milegi. So that is the only correct thing there. Milegi is the correct thing. Bhakti se mukti. गिरिवर दर से जे मन को लगाएगा, मन को लगाएगा, गिरिवर दर सज मन को लगाएगा, वही संसार में मुक्ति को पाएगा। गिरिवर दर से जो मन को लगाएगा, वही संसार में मुक्ति को पाएगा। Now you understand where did I get this bhakti? मुक्ति से आपको भक्ति मिला। This bhakti is a different type of thing. What they are talking about, what they are doing also, it is all, let's just leave them alone. Just a pragmatic person, a person who wants to be objective, a person who wants to reduce subjectivity, all the imaginations, all false projections upon realities, is the one who has got to recognize what is. And what is happens to be Ishvara. What can I do for it? I can't do anything about this. I am not proposing anything. I am not asking you be a Bhakta. No. I say you are a conscious being. You can't deny that. Even to deny you must be a conscious being. And you have a body-mind sense complex. You can't deny that. And there is a total being. You can't deny that. And that is a conscious being. And I have talked so much so that you won't deny that. So this is what is. So I am not proposing anything. You are a Bhakta. If that is the word you want to give to this person, the awareness of that conscious being makes you a devotee. Because you are objective. The whole life changes. You will see what are those changes, and what are the advantages, and all that we will see.
महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि, महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि, महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. भारत देश हिताय कुरु सेवां त्वं, कुरु सेवां त्वं, कुरु सेवां त्वं, कुरु सेवां.